Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Shafika binti Razali and I'm going to present an introduction to risk assessment. Before we go further, let me explain about the risk assessment. What is a risk assessment? Risk assessment is the ability to analyze the possibility of a person getting harmed or injured when exposed to hazard and evaluate how low and high the damage would be. It is important for managing safety and ensuring the well-being of employees in various industries. A major component of a risk assessment is a risk analysis, which is a process with multiple steps to identify and analyze the potential risks and issues that can destroy and harm industry. Risk assessment is divided into three types: large-scale assessment, require specific assessment, and general assessment. Next, we are required to choose one industry to do the risk assessment. So, our group chose the food industry for this project because as we know, the development of this food industry had a growth of 22% in 2022 and will increase by 8% in 2023. Next, our group needs to identify the risk, cause-effect relationship in the food industry. We identify 6 potential risks in the food industry. Firstly, food safety and product quality, supply chain, market and consumer trade, economy and financial, technological and equipment. Lastly is environment risk. After this, we go into more detail in each risk in the food industry. Firstly is a food safety and a product quality. The cause is a product did not meet the quality, manufacturing process poorly, inadequate quality control measure, improper storage and disruption of product. The effect of the risk one is a customer not satisfied with the quality of product, a drop sale of business, tarnish brand damage and company, getting negative review from the customer. The second risk is a supply chain. Cause of the supply chain is supplier fail to delivery supply chain, shortage of ingredient, natural disasters such as a flood, landslide, drought and so on, trade restriction and price fluctuation. The effect of the supply chain is delay of production, cost is increased, lost market share, not fully customer demand. Thirdly is a market and consumer trend. Cause is a consumer preference change. Dietary trends. Consumer prefer healthy or sustainable product. The effect is a sale of certain product drop, loss of market share, fail meet customer expectation, decrease the profitability. Next risk is an economic and financial. The cause is inflation, economy downturns, cost of production increase, and labor shortage. The effect is possible business close and downsizing, consumer spending decrease, and disruption of supply chain. Next risk is a technological and equipment. The cause is technology and equipment fail operation. Threats in cybersecurity and data, not occupied of IT infrastructure, technology and machine not up to date with advanced technology. The effect is a tarnished business reputation, financial loss of business, loss of customer trust, disruption of operation in business. The lastly risk is environment risk. The cause is a climate change impact, water pollution, and the effect is disruption of agricultural production, cost of raw material increase, disruption of supply chain, and the lastly is a reputation damage. I think that's all from my part. So I pass to my team member to continue the next part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila binti Muhammad Najib. My matric number is 2020902033. So I would like to explain on the evaluation the potential risks. So from our report, we clarify is 6 most affected in the industry. which is for R001 is microorganism and not hygiene of food. So the impact for R001 is a major and the likelihood is moderate. For R002, we choose the shortage of supply chains, supplier delay, accidents or breakdown. So the impact is a major and the likelihood is likely. So for R003, shifting consumer preference or trends negative perception. So the impact to the industry is moderate and then the likelihood is rare. So for R004, the risk is price of raw material, energy or labor increase. So the impact is a major, the likelihood is moderate. So the fifth risk we evaluate is equipment and machinery failure operation, failure to keep pace with technology advancement. So the impact is a major and then the likelihood is rare. So last but not least, what we evaluate here is R00, the risk R006, climate change impact, a natural disaster or chemical affection. Okay, the impact is major and then the likelihood is unlikely. Now, from the evaluation potential risk, we identify the impact to for the risk metric. Okay, the most affected in this metric is R001 and R002, which is R002 is most affected, high affected, which is shortage of supply chain, supplier delay, accident or breakdown. Okay, if you see here, the impact is a major and then the frequency of likelihood is likely. Means that if this happen, it will delay the production, okay, costing will increase and then lost the market share. In this metric also show that the low effect for this metric is R004. R004 is the price of material, raw material, energy or labor increase. So the impact is major. So the frequency of likelihood is moderate. Okay. The last is the low effect or moderate effect is coming from the risk R006 and R005. For R005, equipment and machinery failure operation, failure to keep pace with technology advancement, the effect is major and then the likelihood is rare. For the R006, climate change impact, natural disaster or chemical affection. So the impact is a major and then the frequency is like unlikely. So it's rare to it's unlikely to happen. So that's all from me. I would like to pass my presentation to my friend. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Ghazali Muhammad Razi. For risk management strategy, we have to identify suitable risk management strategies that can be taken by our management in managing the risks that have been highlighted. So here are some of the risks that have been found, such as number one is supply chain disruption. Okay, this kind of risk happen because there are lack of raw material or food, the limited capacity in logistic, growing labor and logistic expenses, the demand for food packaging material such as last minute substitute source and suppliers could degrade the product quality, food contamination and health risks. This is usually because unfamiliarity with the quality control procedure that used by new suppliers. And the last one is disruption to the domestic and international supply chains and logistic provision. And to counter all these risks, what we can do or what we have to do is diversify our local and global source and suppliers. We also have to look for vendors who provide better term, develop a rapport and sense of trust with a new provider, have to ensure a better business continuity, increase our consumer base, and look into potential new market niches. The second one is geopolitical conflict. This could happen if the price of agriculture commodities is boosted by war, example as the situation in Ukraine, and the other one is blockades and port closure can make the travel challenging or even impossible. The recommendation to counter is to be ready to hire several reputable logistic carriers in the event that your primary provider is unable to satisfy your need. Have to make sure that we have adequate insurance coverage, and the last one also have to take marine cargo insurance to transfer cargo risk to provide basic cargo protection.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amirul bin Anwar. Now I continue point 3 in risk management strategy, which is inflationary pressure. Inflationary pressure refer to the factor and circumstance that contribute to a general increase in price in an economy over time. This pressure can have various causes and implications for individuals, business, and the overall economy. So, the key difficulties of inflationary pressure can increase in production cost and raw material price, increasing costs for manpower, warehouse, and logistics, make a higher overall final cost for food product, which could have an impact on profit margin and loss that will accelerate and made worse because of insufficient cargo insurance coverage. Property Takaful. Now I will talk about two suitable products available to manage the risk. Firstly is Property Takaful. Property Takaful is a type of insurance product that provides coverage for properties related risk in accordance with Islamic principles. It offers financial protection against loss or damage to physical assets such as buildings, homes, commercial property, and their content. Property Takaful operates on the principle of cooperation and shared responsibility among participants. Property Takaful provides participants with a means to protect their property assets while adhering to Islamic principles. It offers a cooperative and ethical alternative to conventional property insurance, promoting the concept of mutual support, shared responsibility, and risk sharing among the participants. The next one is Business Interruption Takaful. Business Interruption Takaful is an insurance product that provides coverage for financial loss incurred by business due to interruptions or disruption to their normal operations. It operates in accordance with Islamic principles, offering protection to business while adhering to ethical and Sharia compliant guidelines. business interruption Takaful help business mitigate the financial impact of unexpected interruption, allowing them to recover and resume operations smoothly. It aligns with Islamic principles by providing a cooperative and ethical framework for business to protect themselves from financial loss, while promoting mutual support and shared responsibility.
Hi, my name is Nura Akila binti Roslan. So my part is I explain each product including the function, objective of the product, how the product are suitable to overcome the issue, and provide any idea on improvement areas that can be added to the selected product. So I have three type of product. First is property takaful, second is product liability takaful, and third is business interpretation takaful. Takaful is a suitable product for the food industry because it provides financial protection for the physical asset of your business, such as building, equipment, and inventory. Function and objective for asset protections. The food industry relies heavily on physical assets like production facility, warehouse, cold storage unit, machinery, and equipment. Property takaful provide coverage against risks like fire, thief, natural disaster, and other specific perils. In the event of property damage or loss, the takaful provider will compensate the management for the incurred expenses, helping you recover and continue your operations. Risk management. Property takaful serve as a risk management tool for the food industry by transferring the risk of property damage or loss to the takaful. Provided it help mitigate the financial impact of unforeseen events. The objective is to minimize the potential losses and disruption caused by risks associated with the food industry, such as a fire, equipment breakdown, or thief. Liability coverage. Property takaful may also include liability coverage for the food industry. This objective is to protect the food industry against legal liability arising from property damage or injuries that occur on the premise. For example, if a customer sustains an injury or property is a damage due to covered events, the liability coverage helps cover legal costs and potential compensation claims. Now we talk about the overcome the issue by property takaful. First is risk mitigations. Property takaful help mitigate risks associated with property damage or loss in the food industry by providing coverage against events like fire, thief, and natural disasters. It helps business recover financial and resume operation more quickly. To improve risk mitigations, food business can conduct comprehensive risk assessments, implement robust safety and security measures, and regularly update their takaful coverage to align with potential risks. Second is business continuity. Property takaful play a critical role in ensuring business continuity in the face of property-related risks. By compensating for loss of income and ongoing expenses during downtime, it helps business maintain financial stability and recover more effective. To further enhance business continuity, food business can develop comprehensive contingency plan, establish backup facility, and invest in preventive maintenance to minimize the occurrence of property-related incidents. Third is inventory protection. Property cover inventory against risks such as spoilage, contamination, or damage. However, food business can improve inventory management by implementing robust inventory tracking system, conducting regular inspection, and implementing proper storage and handling practice. This measure can help minimize inventory loss and optimize stock level, complementing the protection provided by property takaful. Second is product liability takaful. Function is legal liability coverage, financial protection, and compliance supports. And overcome issue is risk mitigation, stability of financial, and compliance support.
Hi, my name is Nur Atira Kamal. Today I will present about 3 business interruption Takaful. Function or objective, financial protection, risk management, and profit preservation. For overcome issue is business continuity, supply chain resilience, and operational efficiency. And I will present about improving Takaful selected product. First is customized coverage. Second is HR risk assessment. 3 is for loss control and prevention. 4 for claim process efficiency. And 5 risk management support. Thank you.